This episode has been sponsored by Erica Acosta from Modern Images, located in Harlingen, Texas, at 2305 East Harrison. Erica is a color specialist and Brazilian blowout certified. If you would like to set up an appointment, give her a call at 956 241 1973. Now back to the show. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Music and Beyond. I'm Ernie Crazy Eyes from Primitive Minds and Recall Productions. I just want to say really quick that we officially have Music and Beyond masks available. So if you want some, let me know because they're just sitting there waiting to be bought. Today I have a special, full band of special guests. The and the Oh Wells. How's it going, guys?
Good.
How's this pandemic treating you guys? How has it affected you as a band?
Well, live shows are non-existent, at least in Washington State.
Yeah.
We're like right on the border between Washington and Idaho, so you can still play in Idaho, but not at all in Washington. So no tours or anything like that. Not yet, at least. Yeah.
Really just been taking the time to kind of crack down and do the digital side of things, more of the outreach through the social medias, working on refining us, I guess. Would be a good way to say it. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I'm sure when this whole thing is over and disappears, I'm sure you guys will be your probably stage performance will probably be even better because I'm sure you guys have been practicing on that as well too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. A lot of attention to how we're gonna be better when we can play live shows again.
Man, I can't wait to see you guys. Please come to Texas.
Oh,
that's the plan.
Bring us to Texas.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Hell yeah. And one thing I do love talking about is the band name. And when I saw the name, the and the Oh Wells, I'm like, well, that sounds like my type of story. Like, oh well.
Dude, that's exactly it. I was living over in Renton, and I was working with another band at the time, and they decided to use that name for their album. But I had just been saying that to myself, just kind of as like a mantra almost, just because I had a lot of bad stuff going on, and then right after something good would happen. So just like you're saying, it's and then oh well, forget about it.
Yeah. You know what? There should be a song called that, like "Forget About It."
Forget about
Yeah, there you go. Forget about it.
Yeah, we'll have to work on that one. We're in the process of writing some new material, so we'll keep that in mind.
Hell yeah. And what musician inspired you guys to pick up the instrument? And this could be answered by every one of y'all, so take your time.
Who wants to start?
Oh shit.
Start with James and then just go on to
Yeah,
Sure,
we'll start here. So it would definitely be the Beatles for me.
Beatles. Yeah. I'm more heavily blues influenced, so Stevie Ray Vaughan, Rory Gallagher, Joe Bonamassa, stuff like that. A lot of classic rock, Zeppelin, stuff like that.
I'm into more like progressive metals, so like Alex Jones of Tool, that kind of stuff.
You would.
You're done.
That's it.
Alex
That's
Jones,
it.
cool. Word. I'm just a Nirvana fanboy, so.
I'd have to say Aaron Gillespie from Under Oath, and then obviously John Bonham is a big one.
Mostly just stuff listening growing up was like classic rock,
Nice.
some punk here and there. So like bass player wise would be like Dave Alexander from the Stooges, Jack Bruce from Cream, or Chuck Dukowski from Black Flag.
Nice.
Black Flag is dope.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
For sure.
great band.
And I love you know, when I started listening to you guys, I was not expecting the sound that I heard, and it blew me away. I was kind of mind blown. I'm like, man, people still love this type of music. Hell yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's trying to bring the good old tunes of like your 60s, 70s classic rock and just reforming it so it is easier for like modern people to listen to.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And
And
with the
what,
twist, there's like that southern kind of southwest rock
Yeah,
sound to it.
dude,
Like Quentin Tarantino sort of sound.
I love it. I was mind blown. I'm like, man, I can't wait to show this to my older friends because they're always saying how shitty my rock music is. Yeah, I'm like, hey guys, check it out. It's fucking POD. Like, let's listen to them. And like, yeah, POD sucks. Like, no, they don't. They're amazing. Oh man.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to bring in something like old school and familiar, like just rock and roll, but then also kind of, do what we can with like just the way that we write our music to make our own version of it and like a modern version of it too.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm gonna probably touch on that a little bit later. But what is y'all's writing process?
James, James is the right process.
Yeah, so the first album was I've had little scraps of songs that I had been working on that when I moved over to Spokane, I kind of started working on a little more actively. Josiah ends up moving into town and kind of playing that like producer co-writer role.
Uh-huh.
So whether it be like I'm just bouncing guitar parts off of him, he's giving me a nod or shaking his head trying to, and then moving on to figure something else out. So he helped a lot with finishing up that first record, but all of the instrumentation is just me, and then there's backing vocals from Josiah there too. But it's all just sitting in the basement writing some tunes.
Hell yeah, man. I really wish I would have known you guys last year so I could have traveled to Washington or wherever the fuck Spokane is at.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's like far eastern Washington.
Yeah.
We're like what?
It's like the opposite side of from where Seattle.
Yeah,
is.
it's
We're
like-
like 300 miles from Seattle. We want to play more shows over in Seattle
Due
though.
east of
Yeah,
We just want to play shows.
yeah, really. That's the end of it. Like I know that hopefully if we ever get out of this, we want to try to hit the road as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah.
And get out and all that fun stuff.
Play some rock and roll.
Who would you guys like to play a show with?
Like locally?
Or, big time?
Good
Tame
lord.
and Paul.
Yeah, Tame Impala
Yeah,
is
me
up there.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Oh, yeah.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. 100%.
That'd be a perfect match.
It'd be a fun band.
That's yeah, they're just out there enough that it would be fun to just witness it, I guess, and share.
Yeah,
with some
definitely.
guys like that. That'd be
Man.
There's a lot of good music out there
Yeah, and I've been talking to a lot of musicians on a weekly basis, and it makes me sad because like you guys, I want to see you guys because I've heard all of your music and it sounds so good. I'm like, imagine how much better it would sound live.
right now. Yeah.
That's definitely a good side of, I'd say, our music is like, because it was basically just a solo project, and then I had to get a band together because I did want to play it live.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I had these guys kind of fall into the universe of Uh-Oh and the Oh-Wells and kind of help get it off the ground.
It's a different sound.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
okay, it's a different sound. Sorry. But having each of their different individual influences work its way through a part that I've like written brings out a whole different character to it, and we're definitely a lot louder.
on
Yeah.
stage. And I want to throw in too, if you kind of want to get a taste of like what we would sound like live, we did partner with a local Spokane company called Live from Somewhere. And we did a full live performance out in the middle of this field out in BFE and released it on YouTube. So it's a full, 15-minute concert?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Just-
that
Oh snap!
Yeah, really well done
Yeah,
visually.
I think it's on YouTube, right? Probably
Yeah.
find it there.
Yeah, shout out to Live from Somewhere. They yeah really did a good job. So that's a good way to capture our live set and what it's like live. And another thing, whenever we do play live, is we also, if we have the time, we like to experiment a lot with just kind of improv and just like jamming.
Mhm.
Like we try to work with the crowd and we'll ask people like, throw out an idea for a song, and someone will throw out an idea, say it's like tacos or
the
something,
swimming
and
pools.
Yeah.
swimming pools, yeah, and
Yeah.
and we'll just kind of come up with a chord progression. I'll start playing the beat, and then we kind of just take it from there. James is really good at improving lyrics, so that's one thing that we really miss about doing live, that once stuff opens back up, we're definitely going to be doing, is just that kind of spurt of the moment, like just jamming and making music right there,
And including the audience.
Yeah,
in our
Yeah.
songs.
that's definitely one thing we love.
That's actually, that's actually the first time somebody's ever said something like that. But that's actually really, really, really cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun every time.
Wow, man! I've been looking at all the freaking wrong bands live.
Yeah, that's what we miss. There's nothing like a live concert, that's for
Mhm.
sure.
Well, and just our vibes when we go into like a live show too. We already have a really good chemistry as a band, but like we all kind of get in that same zone that we want to put on the best show possible for the people. And so I think it kind of takes it that next step higher for us. Sometimes it could be really fun. Sometimes we make mistakes, but
Mhm.
that's part of live music,
Yeah,
It's by the people for the people.
we are the people now. That was a little wrestling reference for anybody watching. And one of the songs I really, really enjoyed was "Mama, I'm Worried," and
Yeah.
it's got the "Down by the Bayou" vibe.
Nice.
I'm happy you brought that up because it kind of has like a Born on the Bayou CCR kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it has a "Born on the Bayou" type of thing, or "Down on the Bayou." I'm not sure what it's called. I probably botched it, but
Either one.
That one's
But
my
when I heard it, I was just like, "Holy crap!" Like, I went back and I heard the CCR song, and then I heard I heard your song. I'm just like, "This is almost the same. Like, this is so cool."
Nice.
Exactly. Just
Yeah.
a lot of those classic rock influences, trying to bring that out. Just in that tune, it's a fun one.
It's very fun, and it's honestly one of my favorites. But can you tell me a little bit more about that song?
It's a fun one. It's a fun one to play live, that's for sure. Whenever
Yeah.
we play that live, a lot of people seem to like it. And we usually extend it out and expand upon it, but
I think it's got that groove that kind of makes you just kind of want to sit back and bob your head to it, and really just kind of helps engage you into the music a little more.
It's got a little bit of that like kind of spooky element too. Like it's got just something that, like, the lyrics are a little bit like unsettling. It's you're thinking, I'm worried about something happening.
Yeah.
So having like kind of that consistent groove and then just the little plucked guitar parts and the bigger space helps just kind of paint this picture of obviously a wild night, I would say.
Yeah, I loved it. It's definitely gonna be on my playlist. And talking about playlists, because I brought it up. I'm gonna next week or this week, whenever. I'm gonna be adding you guys to a Spotify playlist and an Apple Music playlist. it just has all the bands and musicians that I've interviewed, so people
Cool.
could
Thank you.
kind of get little bit of a little bit into what I'm into, because I usually just interview bands that I like. So since I'm interviewing you guys, that should be a good thing.
We
Awesome.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Thanks.
But before we get any further, here's a word from my sponsor. This episode is sponsored by Hendrix Entertainment, specializing in karaoke parties from the 70s, 80s, and 90s music. For booking, please call 956-325-5757. Now back to the show. What is one of your favorite memories from being in the band together?
I know mine.
Ooh, oh, I know
Sure.
mine. I know mine.
Okay, so mine definitely. There's we scheduled a show up in this guy's hometown, up in Sandpoint, Idaho, and unfortunately he had a business trip
Yeah, I was the only one that couldn't make it.
and couldn't make it. So I know that was one of my favorite shows. The four of us kind of locked it in and held down where we were missing poor little Marshall. But, his whole family was there to support us, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The really fun part about that too was that we had to play 3 different sets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a long night. So we had to play 3 different sets. And again, just one of the funnest parts was the second set of the night. We pretty much
It was
just jammed out like one song.
Yeah, it was like a
The
45
entire
minute
time.
long song.
Yeah, James was
Oh,
switching from guitar to like keys to playing piano with his toes.
Yeah.
We were all, and it was Marshall's mom had bought James, Alex, and I all shots of whiskey too right before that. And we had already been drinking a little bit, but we like took a shot of whiskey and then started playing, and it was just
That's what the doctor ordered, I guess.
yeah. We just kind of just went into the practice room almost. We kind of forgot that there was people there, and we just kind of went with the flow of the music. That was one of my favorite memories playing in the
I'm
band.
so sad I missed that.
Oh,
I
it
know.
was
That was honestly, man, hometown show and you still miss it.
So, what about you, Marsh? What's your favorite?
Oh man, the most memorable was we were playing a show. What was that place called in Spokane? It was like a pizza joint.
Oh, Pack
Oh,
Ave.
Pack
Yeah,
Ave
Pack
Pizza.
Ave. It's like a like
Like
it's
Gusto.
sort of a music venue, but like we were really loud for this place.
Okay.
and everyone had a little bit to drink, and I just remember coming outside after the show, and James was laying on the bench, and Zach resuscitated him
Yeah.
with a kiss to the lips,
Yeah, I had to wake him up. I had to wake up his princess somehow.
and it worked.
Yeah, it was a beautiful night.
I just had to lay down.
It was love at first sight.
Yeah.
Huh?
What about you,
It
James?
was the Tyrant Show.
Oh boy. I would say the show that we played when we opened up for the Blank Tapes.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
really
Yeah,
lucky.
that
It
was really cool.
Super
Yeah.
fun. There was a California band that drove up. They let us know like 3 weeks before.
Yeah.
Like, it was
Yeah.
pretty quick as when we got booked to when we played the show, and it was just cool to see a California band roll up and play just like cool retro indie music and like give us an opportunity to open up for them.
Yeah.
It was the first time we'd opened up for a band, and it was just cool. It kind of gave us a taste of what's to come, hopefully, when we can play shows again and book a tour and just play music wherever we can.
No.
Yeah, you should check out that band too. Try to get an interview with them. They're really cool guys.
Oh, yeah.
Really cool.
Blank
Like it's almost like a surfer rock mixed with our sound. Honestly, it's pretty similar. It's kind of that Southwest vibe, indie rock.
What's the band called again?
The Blank Tapes.
The blank.
And the guy's a hell of an artist too. He
Yeah.
in between sound check and playing his show, he sat down and like probably just created 3 different like little art pieces in his notebook, and just seemed, I don't know, he was just
He's
so
just-
concentrated.
yeah,
He put
yeah,
himself
in
in
the
the
zone.
zone, ready to play a show, and I think that's how he had to do it. But it was just cool to see such a multi-talented person.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, well, I'll definitely hit them up. I just put the name of the band on my notes, so I'll probably check them out later so that I can possibly interview them.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Just
curious.
if you like him.
Yeah, I'm curious, Alex. What's your most
Yeah.
memorable?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
Alex is our bassist. And
hey,
so-
come on! You can't give a hard time to the bassist.
No, no.
Not in this band.
That's right. That's right.
I'd probably have to go with the Sandpoint gig. Was really fun. Pretty much a lot of the shows.
Album release.
There's something memorable about each show, but
Yeah,
ones that
definitely.
stick out to me are probably the Sandpoint show and then Lucky You. Yeah, those ones.
Yeah, the Sandpoint gig was a lot of fun. It was cool being able to just play for 45 minutes straight with no breaks in the music and see the audience so engaged into it. I think was the most memorable part about that. Yeah.
Yeah, people were having fun, man. People were dancing.
Yeah.
So
Anything crazy ever happened to anything crazy that you guys seen while you guys are performing live?
I had a guy ask to buy my shirt once. It was at the Sandpoint gig. I was wearing this nice like Wrangler cowboy shirt, and he comes up and he's like, "Is that a Wrangler shirt you got on, son?" And I'm like, "Yes, sir, it is." He's like, "I really enjoy that shirt. You think I could buy that from you?" And I was like, "Sir, I'm
No.
wearing it for the show." No. And that was that.
It's
That-
always
Very quick
the
interaction.
it's always the drunk old people at shows that
Yeah,
really
yeah.
they give you good they say some fun stuff.
We played a show in Montana not too very long ago. I think it was like September.
Yeah.
And it was a good time.
It was fun.
Yeah, but there really wasn't that many people there. It was kind of like an outdoor venue. And there's all these other bands that were playing before us, and we were I think we were like second to headliner. And we got up and played, and about halfway through our set, this drunken old lady just comes up and starts screaming at us. It was like, "No one wants to hear that fucking music. This is, yeah, we're old. We like to dance.
We like
And-
old people
yeah.
music.
Oh no.
Dogs that just all over
Yeah. So that one,
That was terrible.
that one was-
Yeah.
that one was interesting. Other than that, I can't really.
Our shows have been pretty tame.
Yeah,
got
for the
The
most
St.
part.
Patty's
Kicked
Day
out of
was a little
Forza.
weird. Oh yeah, we
yeah.
got shut down one show.
That was
Played
like the
3
very
songs.
first public show we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played like a coffee house.
I'm gonna outdo you guys. And when I was like 19 or between 18 and 20, I made out with somebody between the ages of 35 and 40.
Why?
I'm not sure how old she was, but and then she wanted me to go to her hotel room, and I was like, nah, I think I'll pass. Thank you.
Adios, I'm fast.
Could have took the experience and ran with it.
Hey, it's a hell of a story either way.
Yeah, right.
Truth is, I didn't have a ride home, so
True story.
She wanted you to be her ride home.
I know, right? And one song I do want to really talk about, because I've experienced like what the song is called, but Brain Dead.
Oh yeah.
Like
Everyone's favorite.
in 1992, I was in a car accident and I died and I had to be brought back to life, and I was completely brain dead. So, Yeah, when I saw the name of the song, I was just like, man, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be really good.
You know what's
Cool,
funny is
dude.
that song live sounds nothing like the album. Like when I
Yeah,
listen
it's
on the
very
album, I'm
different.
always just like, okay, this is so tame. Like when we play it live, it's just like rowdy. Like that's
Yeah,
everyone's
that's
favorite song.
the get the crowd
It yeah,
loud and rowdy.
super
song.
rocky. Yeah, because we have 3 guitars, plus a bass. So I mean, when you get all 3, big Fender tube amps rolling, and I mean it gets loud.
You get Marshall on one beer, he gets rolling too.
Yeah, one beer.
It's got to be a natty light. No.
On my piano. Now
It's
he's
okay.
over. Just fucking fail. That's crazy that you experienced that, man.
Yeah.
What? I have so
What's up? Ask. Go ahead.
What? Do you have like memory of that?
No, I don't. I was a
Or
year
it's just gone.
I was a year and 4 months.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it was back in '92. I have like scars here. I have scars back here. One back here. I have a scar on my stomach, and I have a crazy eye. So
Oh man.
Did you just wake up from it, or like did you just like come out of your coma, or was there?
I was in a coma for 30 days, and I was completely blind after that.
Wow.
Mhm.
Dang.
Jesus.
Yeah, so when I saw the name Brain Dead, I was just like, man, I hope this is good, and it was. I enjoyed it.
That's awesome,
Well, good.
dude.
I'm
man.
glad it definitely didn't. I hadn't even thought.
That's cool that you have that personal connection
Yeah,
to it,
exactly.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's a fun song.
It is a fun song, and it is mostly just. It
sorry for putting you
Yeah,
all in the spot.
no, you're good. I just don't.
He needs someone to ask him the pressing questions.
Yeah, exactly. But it's more so like now I don't want to say it because it's so just kind of dumb.
Oh no, say it,
Well,
man.
you're
No,
overthinking
no.
it, dude.
No,
You-
so
yeah,
okay.
you're good.
In
Yeah,
the
you're
context of it, it's more just like when you're too drunk, you're too stoned.
Oh
you-
yeah.
you do something and you're just brain dead and you make a stupid decision. Like, how does that affect a relationship? And that was kind of the basis for Brain Dead, is just kind of talking about that.
And see, that's what I thought too. But I use that like, oh, I was in a car accident as an excuse. So when I do something stupid, like, oh, what do I know? I'm brain dead.
Sure.
That's
Yeah,
fair, yeah. Man, that was a good question.
Dude, honestly,
So
I
interesting, man. That's crazy.
I use all my disability as a joke now. Like
That's awesome, dude.
it's kind of like, oh, you make fun of me. Well, guess what? I'm gonna go on stage at open mic and I'm gonna make fun of myself because I'm
Dude,
gonna beat you before you can beat me.
Dude, it's our flaws that are what makes us unique, honestly.
Exactly.
Like,
Hell yeah, I love it.
yeah, dude.
And I heard the new music that you guys have out available right now. I think there's like 2 or 3, right?
So we've just got one new single out,
What's
and
this one?
then
I
we
thought-
have a collaboration with Spokane rapper Brother Nature.
Oh, okay.
It's called Wish.
Yeah.
And that was something that we did with Live from Somewhere as kind of a cross promotional thing for our episode and his next episode that was coming out. But that was a fun experience. So yeah, having the collaboration and the first single for the newer album, Simple First, out, it's been nice to at least have something out there.
Yeah, and do you guys know when the next album will be available or
Why are you staring at me?
December 21.
So our goal is hopefully sometime around it's
We're thinking
I-
spring.
springtime.
can.
Yeah,
Thank you.
spring to summer.
That's vague enough. That's where I needed.
We're not sure an exact date. We're working on getting our next single out, hopefully before the beginning of the new year. We're working on mixing it right now. We've got most of the recording done. So that one's gonna be coming soon. Keep your eyes peeled. And then yeah,
There
spring.
might be a Christmas surprise.
Can we demo it?
Potentially.
This Christmas or next Christmas?
This Christmas.
This Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Oh, I can't wait. And
I know.
before we get to the last question, here's another word from our sponsor. Would you like your cards read? If so, please contact Lady Isis at 956-292-6867. She also offers other services. Give her a call, and thank you for supporting the show. And one thing that I like to ask bands in general is if you were stuck in an elevator individually with any musician, dead or alive, who would it be and what would you talk about?
Let's start with you this time.
Oh God.
We're starting with Alex now.
That's a good one.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
Whoever thinks of it.
And not Bon Jovi.
No.
I'd say Robert Johnson.
You want to know if he actually sold his soul?
Yeah, I want to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to the blues
That's a
player, man. He
good-
started
I'm
it
talking
all.
about
I
the
would
crossroads
want.
with that
Oh
guy.
my God, I
Yeah.
would. I
That's
would
a
love
good
to
one.
talk to that man. I want to know if he really sold his soul. I want to know how he changed the world with his music. And yeah, it'd just be cool talking to him. He's a legend.
Definitely.
What you thinking, Jared?
Probably like in an elevator, like Sid Barrett. He's like probably manic as fuck.
True.
Nothing
my
to
God.
talk about in particular, just
Just to watch?
just to hear whatever the fuck he says.
Hey, what's up, man? Come here often. Eh?
He might. It's
Marshall. Dude, I don't even know. I'm gonna have to pass for a second.
Alex, you come up with
I'm
something?
gonna pass for a second too.
Ah.
That's-
Jack White would be cool.
it would be.
Yeah, I mean, he's such an influential musician as far as like writing music goes. He does stuff that no one else really thinks of doing. But if it was someone dead, I would really like to pick Ginger Baker's mind.
Ooh.
I would love to get stuck in
Ginger.
an elevator with him and see how long it took me to get my ass beat with his cane.
True.
Like-
You just have to look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him funny, and you.
I would definitely say Paul McCartney.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The dead one or the alive one?
Both.
Either one, man. They've both done a lot of cool shit.
No one wants to talk to Ringo.
I mean,
No.
if I get a pair, I'll take Ringo, but not my first choice. Is the second.
Damn.
All right.
It's Marshall.
Now,
Marshall.
it's-
It's your
I mean,
turn,
I got
you're
a
up.
couple. I got a couple.
You got to take a pick.
I would think Tom Petty.
Ooh.
Oh,
yes,
I would think. I'm a
yes.
big Tom Petty fan. I've always loved his stuff. I like his, yeah, it's just his voice. Another guy, small town kind of guy. His name's Charlie Parr. He's from Duluth, Minnesota. You should check him out if you interview him. He plays like folk songs, and he's just a solo dude. Travels all over the country in his van and just plays small bars, but he's killer. He just seems like a really cool guy just to talk with, you know. Small town guy.
Nice, dude.
Really good guitar player. Yeah,
Anyone else?
I think that's it.
Nice.
My wish list.
That's
Alex.
then.
I think I would go with Towns Van Zandt,
Ooh.
and I would
Nice.
just like to pick his brain about just like inspiration, like writing wise, and yeah, a lot of stuff I'd want to ask him.
Yeah.
Nice.
I know it's
That's
kind
a
of
good question,
vague,
man.
but
Yeah.
That's a good question.
He's the guy that
What's in
wrote
a
that
pickle for a
Lefty and something else.
Lefty
song.
and
Yeah,
Poncho,
Lefty and
Poncho,
Poncho
and
and Lefty, yeah. Yeah, that would be
Down
good.
to my level.
A lot of folk music, it sounds like.
Yeah. And lastly, where can we find you guys?
So all of our social media is going to be at O and the O Wells, Facebook, Instagram. We do have a Twitter that isn't used very often, but that's at Wells.
That's UHWELLS.
Correct. Wells. And then on Spotify, Apple Music,
YouTube Music.
YouTube, wherever your heart desires to stream music, it is at O and the O Wells, and it'll pop right up.
Oh yeah, and
Got like an OnlyFans too.
OnlyFans.
Working on it.
I thought that was thrown out there, but
I was on TikTok the other day, and I went into this girl's bio, and then I clicked on the link, and it showed me like something else, and it was like OnlyFans, but it was different. I'm like, really, another one? Like,
There's 100.
That's not a bad idea.
Hey, you gotta get money.
We could
gotta get
catfish an
money.
Yeah, we
OnlyFans
totally
account.
could.
I'll just stand there in like a bikini and then
oh no.
click on it, and it's just baited to our band camp.
Zach is the resident sex symbol.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey,
I
donate,
have no shame.
donate to see more, and then it takes you to the bank camp.
yeah,
basically.
there you go.
Automatically sends you a digital copy of the album
oh no.
Oh, like used to.
Yeah.
and a virus.
And a virus.
Oh, and also, do you guys have any merch available that the fans could get?
You know, unfortunately, not right
We
now.
sold out, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It moved quick, and we've took our time restocking.
That
Mostly, we're just trying to figure out whether or not which album we want to start getting merch
Yeah.
for, more the first album or start promoting the second. So we're in that in between stage.
But if
it'll
you
be soon.
if you see this and you like would want some merch from us as a band, if you would
Mhm.
buy a shirt, please message us on any social media platform. Let us know what your size is, what you would want. That way we can at least keep track of how many people would be interested in buying some stuff, because we're working on, with the next album, getting some possible shirts or hats or something going with it. So yeah, I would love to hear from people.
Oh, yeah. And I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. It was fun. And thank you for everybody listening and watching. You can catch me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And remember, everybody, that without music, life would be a mistake.